excited about today's video because it seems like you guys really like when I do art DIYs that kind of don't really require any art skills and also use an unconventional item. Oh, shout out to the spoon painting. Remember that? So fun. So today I'm gonna be doing both of those things, but it's even gonna be more epic because I partnered with Super Lotto Plus for today's video, and they asked me to imagine if I won the lottery. Like, what would I do? And how I would apply the SLP acronym to my life. I would create a subtropical lady palace. Oh yeah, and plant 70 lush palms and invest in some stupendous, lavish pop art. Oh, and I definitely make a savory lake of pike for my kitties. And, oh, well, of course, solve lots of peace. Whew. So with that in mind, I decided to create some DIY art that anyone can do, but it looks like $1 million. And it's inspired by the palm print trend. You guys know it's so in right now. But I'm gonna do a creative weirdo style all over this wall behind me. Oh, thanks crew guys. And don't worry, if you don't have a wall at home, you can use a canvas. And, well, I mean, you have a wall at home, you have walls, but you know, if you don't wanna do it on a wall, you can do it on a canvas. And I'm gonna create it with a, well, I'm gonna call it a stylish leaf painting, guys, because SLP. And I'm gonna use an unconventional item, which is a pool noodle. Because why not? So subscribe, creative weirdos, and let's get to some art.
I'm Mr. K, I'm here. I'll take a look at your place. I'll stop by for a while and help you find your style. We'll laugh and we'll paint Mr. Kate. Oh, I'm Mr. Kate.
Okay, so we have our setup here, and I'm gonna go through the supplies. You can check also the description below for the specifically listed provisions. Of course, we need our pool noodles, various colors of paint here. Since I'm doing a palm leaf print with the pool noodles, I have various shades of green, and then I also have some blues and some yellows for a sort of shadow and highlight color. I also have some paintbrushes on hand, but like I said to you guys, this is not a painting skills required DIY. A sharp box cutter blade, be careful, but this is very necessary because I am about to dissect the pool noodles. It's PG, maybe it's PG-13. No, I'll try to. So, first order of business, fillet the pool noodle. I experimented and found that a box cutter blade is definitely better than a kitchen knife. I tried both. But I am going to cut down the middle of the pool noodle, just as so. The good thing is these are very inexpensive, so get yourself a couple extra in case you mess this step up, but it's really, really easy. All right, we have two halves here. These pool noodles are going to become our instrument. So rather than using a paintbrush to paint a hand-painted palm frond look, we are going to be using the pool noodles as our stamps. So basically, I'm going to cut different pieces. If you look at a palm leaf, there's the center stalk, and then there's the fronds, the little smaller leaves that come off of it. I'm gonna create a point on the top because if you look at a palm frond, it starts thicker and then it kind of tapers into a little point. So I'm just gonna use the blade to just cut a triangular tip on this nice long piece. And now I'm gonna create some smaller pieces out of this side. So now you can see I have my 3 smaller pieces. These are going to do the same thing where I use the blade to create a point on each one of these. I have all of my pieces laid out here. Now comes the part where we get the paint on the noodle. I'm gonna take my center long piece here, and this is the part where you'll use a paintbrush, but don't worry, it is only to apply the paint to the noodle. I'm just going to do a nice stripe just down the center, and this does not have to be perfect. It is very forgiving. So now here's my nice curvy piece. This is where you guys get to just be creative and figure out how you want your curve. So I'm just gonna kind of come in from here and press it down. Make sure you're just sort of following the noodle along the way. Boom! Beginning of the palm frond, and as you can see, It is not perfect. But neither am I, and neither is nature. My center stalks of my fronds that are gonna be my background fronds. Again, you can layer them, you can keep them spaced out, you can do them in a pattern. This is where you guys get to be your own creative weirdos. Right around here and here, I'll create some longer pieces kind of coming off. And then I'll start getting smaller and smaller. So I've gone about a third up on my first palm frond, so I'm gonna transfer now to the medium length piece for these middle pieces and then go to the smaller one. Now the little guy. And I'm gonna now repeat kind of going around the other side, right? So using the same size and going down. Obviously I have these very spaced out, so you could keep them very airy looking like this, or you could go in and fill in between. And what looks really cool is if you fill in between with a different color, or just a different shade of green, right? So you're getting that sort of like gradient effect. And also what I love about this sort of pixelization that happens is it looks like a pop art print. Like when you see those pop art prints that just have the pixels really glorified, it looks like that. Obviously, I'm using this technique to create a palm frond, but doesn't this look like a wing too? Okay, so this looks pretty cool. I just love how this pixelization makes it look like it was printed on the wall. So here's where you guys get to decide if you want to just leave it one color with a lot of negative space or go in with another color. I'm gonna bring in a couple of my darker shades, dark emerald green and maybe a blue, and add in some depth. Same technique with my 3 size stamps, but using a darker color. This two-tone, I'm loving it, guys. I'm going to do this one maybe in a double color. Maybe I'll do blue halfway and then go into like a mint. I think I might do a yellow on this one. You know, a little highlight. Mint, mint. Covered in paint and I love it. It is the mark of a successful DIY project. I had so much fun creating this, you guys. I really hope that you're inspired to do your own DIY cool noodle palm frond print because I just think it looks so cool, and it would look so cool just on like a tiny canvas too, or on like a bedspread. You could do it with fabric paint. Oh my gosh, we really want to hear from you on social media. If you won SLP, what would you do? Let us know, and use hashtag #SuperLottoPlus when you share, comment, thumbs up, and subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And I love hanging out with you all the time per usual. Love you so much. Mwah. Bye. Mr. Kate. Gosh, okay, I need to think of more. SLP, a salacious leather tiro.
Silly long pockets.
Oh, wait.
Super lollipop.
Now I just need a tropical beverage. Joey! Oh!
Here's a super lavender punch. SLP.